Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we took a trip back to the end so that we could start exploring the Citadel, which we found in the episode prior after we got all of our unobtainium and whatnot. So we started exploring the Citadel. It's a pretty cool little dungeon. It's got well, the first floor is just a whole bunch of hallways and little rooms and whatnot, where you run into your first Ender Golem or Ender Guardian. What are they called again? The Ender Golem. I was right the first time. So there's just big old Guardian friends who just want to beat you up, or look, Golems. Guardian is the boss. I keep mixing the two up. So there's those big things. They're very cool looking. If we couldn't fly, they'd actually be a challenge. But we can more or less fly above their attacks, and it doesn't matter much. But they drop these void cores, which apparently also have special attacks they can use, and they're used for the Void Forge, which I believe here you can see is part of the Oblivion Shard, which is part of the ATM star. So that's pretty important. It's very good that we managed to get one of these. So, those Guardian boss things, Golem boss. Why is it so hard to keep that in track? And, basically Ender Roaches, they're Ender, they're, yeah, they're basically end bugs, essentially. They exist too, they drop those Void Jaws, which are used for special arrows. But, yeah, that's something. We kept exploring. I put all the loot away. It was more or less the same loot we get from everything else. There's not much else interesting going on. Loot. I mean, obviously we need to loot everything because we need all that stuff for various things, and we want to have it all stockpiled. But it just gets a little monotonous when every chest more or less looks exactly the same. It's just slightly better loot now that we're in a different dimension. So many eggs. Way too many eggs. I can't even store any more, really. But anyways, we made it to the end of that. We made it to right before the boss chamber. And then we realized that we kind of took a little bit of a beating from one of the mini bosses. So we decided to come back and make some armor. It didn't go exactly well. I ended up making a one of the Technomancer pieces for tier 4 armor. Like, we upgraded our Battle Mage armor into this to start with, and that doesn't work, so we ended up, yeah, this doesn't work to turn to tier 5 Aldemodium, so we ended up making other ones instead. I almost forgot I need to take the enchantments off of this and put them on. I almost forgot I have to do this. Where is it? It's a good thing I remember to do this right now. But, yeah, this didn't exactly go to plan, so we called it quits with just the armor we already had because I was getting a little bit frustrated that I just could not get the armor going because of how long it took to make all the essences in the Mark of Mastery. Which, we resummoned the Chimera, the Wilden Chimera that we need to get the Mark of Mastery. The trophy is part of the the trophy for beating the Wilden Chimera is part of the Mark of Mastery recipe. Yeah, that thing's no longer a challenge. It was literally a 4-shot, and that is only because it has built-in health bar gates that it can't get pushed past because it needs to phase change. So, yeah, we beat one boss so that we could get armor to make another one. So, yeah, we stopped making the armor, and we went back to the dungeon, and we figured we'd just try the boss. And I stopped for a quarter second while the boss was spawning to try and get a thumbnail, and it literally one-shot us. We were dead in a quarter second, maybe. I think I am pushing it with that quarter second. I think it was less than that. It was literally instant. So, yeah. In the end, we end up making armor anyways. So, I've made a whole bunch of the different essences, enough to turn all of our armor into tier 4 earth element or whatever I made. Actually, no, I made tier 4 water elements, which in turn gets used with Aldemodium and a template to get turned into Aldemodium, from there Vibranium, and then from there Unobtainium that we're currently wearing. And we have tier 6, tier 6 threads on everything. Eventually we're going to make the rest of the threads. Like, I want a higher tier. Oh wait, no, we do have summoning, so our summons are going to be super powerful now. Might be worth using them again. The Archer Brigade. what would it change with you? It doesn't look like you actually have extra armor. Maybe, oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. Isn't high tier summoning supposed to get rid of our, isn't high tier summoning supposed to get rid of our summoning sickness after a while? Thread of summoning. Reduce summoning sickness by 10% for each tier. It should be down by 60%. And then our summoned creatures do slightly more damage. Weird. I feel like we should barely have summoning sickness at this point, but it should be down by 60%. That's strange. But yeah, we're gonna make better threads at some point. That's probably a higher priority actually, because now that we have tier 6 threads, anything we do is just gonna be super powerful on there. But anyways, before we head back and go deal with the Ender Guardian, there's a couple of things that happened between episodes that I kind of want to go over. And for the most part, I think most of them didn't actually happen in game. Most of these were out of it, but I have it written down. Let me grab that paper real quick. Oh yes, I took a look at the configs and I technically changed part of the config. So this thing, we set this up. We set the same thing up in Naruto and it became infinite healing and whatnot. And I was curious why in this world it seems to work a little bit strangely, where sometimes it does healing and sometimes it doesn't. And I figured out why that is. Or I figured out some weirdness with it at least. So apparently, the All the Mods team actually went in and made it so this has a blacklist and cannot work with these. Or it's not supposed to work with these. Apparently there's a slight workaround where as long as this thing, this is the durability exchange. This thing takes durability from whatever's in here. If this thing is running and draining durability from anything in there, then this thing works to provide Mahu faster than it drains, like it stops draining for some reason, but it's not supposed to. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I found a slight thing where this thing won't heal us health-wise or whatnot, but it will regain Mahu since that thing is running at the same time. It's weird. I don't think it's supposed to work like that. This thing should still be draining. It should not provide extra Mahu. That thing only provides Mahu occasionally. So, I don't know, there's weird stuff going on. Or, yeah, I don't even know. That thing shouldn't be working. I found a weird workaround where it's working slightly. I don't know. Anyways, other than that, I made a slight change to Morgan/Caliburn's config. So, right now, our current max damage with Morgan is 60, or 66 rather. Shouldn't I be able to see? Let's look up at Mahu real quick. So if we look at a Morgan real quick, you can see innate cap has been changed to 150. Before I did have it set. It was naturally set to 60. But Depeche pointed out that, hey, it would be really funny to have a super powerful sword, and we didn't get to mess with it in Naruto. So you know what? Sure, I'm fine with this. Do I have the, villager spawner? I put it in here with the rest of them. I'm getting some weird lag all of a sudden. Like, I've been perfectly fine more or less this whole time, and for whatever reason, right now it's lagging a little bit. Also, I did do slight Mahu training. I put a bunch of gold dust into the catalyst exchanger. But I don't know if this is just going to work. I think I would have to run this through. Okay. So, not Clarence, Morgan, still has an innate cap of 60 and cannot get stronger than 66 like it is right now. I would have to put this thing back into this and boost its power once more with the whole Nether Star thing. But this thing is also set on a blacklist for power consolidation, so I don't know if that's going to work. I think we're going to have to make a new thing. What do you call? We're gonna have to make a new Morgan if we want to reach that new 150 cap, which, I don't know, that's gonna be a little bit annoying. It's gonna take a while to get all the villagers again, but it should be fine anyways. I could upgrade that villager thing a whole bunch more and make it spawn a lot faster, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But, yeah. The default max for the innate cap, uh, by default, before all the modium changed it to 60, it was 5 million. Like, yeah, they literally subtracted 5 zeros from the end of that number, essentially, which is silly. Like, that is stupid strong. And I kind of want to see a 5 million damage sword now. But, yeah, that's something we're going to have to spawn in if we want to see it work. Also, I've been going over things for 10 minutes. I have totally lost track of time. Last thing before we head back and try to beat the boss. This squeezer thing right here from Integrated Dynamics. So, this thing, it's pretty cheap to make. An iron block, an iron bar, and a couple pieces of wood and sticks and whatnot. And how this thing works, I've been looking on ways of how to get a whole bunch of cobble, is essentially you put a cobble, or gravel rather, you put a cobble in, you jump on it, and that gives you gravel. Yeah, this is not going to work to get us to E6 times so that we can get the infinite gravel disc. So we're gonna have to come up with something else. And there is a mechanical version of this. It requires mineral chunks, which we can get a bunch from those trees, and I did get a bunch from mining a couple of trees. But, we're gonna need more of this thing, which I think you can make with this squeezer, squeezing planks, as long as you have bucket things on the sides. I looked into it slightly. It's something we're gonna have to come back to later on. But, that's something to look out for in the future. I think we do have some options for infinite, gravel, so that we can get infinite sand and infinite gravel as well. So, I just figured I'd go over that too. You, I guess, get to stay out because I don't have any inventory space for you there. And I think all of you get to go back in here as well. That fish shouldn't, but I'll fix it later. Anyways, that was like 12 minutes. Way longer than I meant for that to be. Why am I going home? That's not where I want to go. We are going back to the Citadel. And now with our supercharged armor and, yeah, we're probably going to end up using Morgan here, but we're going to attempt to do it with a different sword. We don't want to one-shot the boss or anything. How do we want to do this? Oh yes, I had actually kind of meant to look at making some scrolls for Mystic Code, to put in the Mystic Code and use something from there, because there are some fun options we could have tried out. But oh well, I forgot to do that. Spellbook. Well, let's try out our undead horde, see if they can't get anything going. But I just have to follow this. I stepped on a teleportation pod. Those things are gonna mess with me a bit. Let's just try and fly above them if we can. So it should be coming up shortly, unless I ended up taking a wrong turn because of the teleport. I got turned around because of the teleport. Wait, did I? Yes, I did. I believe that's where we're going. Wait, is it? No, I think that's where we started. That's where we're going? I don't know. That teleport actually messed me up. The traps are doing their job. But follow this path, go like so. Try to avoid teleporting again if we can. And try to avoid busting through walls, because that would make it too easy. But down here, let's go into creative mode so that we can actually get a picture of this boss, because last time it insta-killed us. Hello, Ender Guardian friend. You're very cool looking, actually. Like, it's made of enderstone and purple blocks, and it's got cool crying obsidian shoulder pads and like a giant crystal in its back. Yeah, this thing's cool. Is that a weak point? This thing looks like it has a weak point we're going to need to exploit. So let's fly back up here. I'm sure one of those is going to be the thumbnail picture. I'm going to take a couple more just to be sure. Just to make sure I got a good one. Yeah, that one looks pretty good to me. So, we're going to fly back up here. Getting into this boss chamber seems like it might be dangerous. But I feel a lot more confident with our armor. I'm not sure if I should feel as confident as I do right now. Oh, boss music kicking up. Huh. Huh. This might be a problem. The Ender Guardian is a hulking beast of endstone, purple, and obsidian that waits within the Void Altar. It has 13,000 hearts, and careful not to get too close or you might get sucked closer to him. 10 of attacks and abilities, one being a very simple punch for those who are too close to his personal space, or slam which will knock you back. We were on the opposite side of the arena. Oh, he might close the gap by charging you and knocking into you, or might stomp and produce void runes to hit you. You can also send shulker balls in a row. Remember when he said he sucks you close to him? Yeah, he does that with a thing called a Void Typhon, which he can also summon at your feet to get you stuck. After you're there for too long, it will explode, most likely damaging you in the process. When you get him to half health, his mask will break, refueling. What? How do we do this? Like, are we doing this out of order? Should we go do one of the other Cataclysm bosses first? Have we decided to do this completely wrong? Like, do we need this other armor or weapons to do this? I'm wearing all the not even all the modium. I'm wearing ATMTeam gear. I thought I was gonna be safe here. Do we really need to go even more overboard with this? Like sockets for, all of this is rare or epic. Sockets for various things. What's considered light and what's considered, yeah, what sort of armor do we have? Is this light armor? Is this core armor? I don't even know. I think it will tell me if it fails. 10% max health, a flawless gem, boots for a bunch of extra health but less max lifesteal. That could probably still be fine. I guess I'm looking at gems and I'm going to try and figure out what each thing means here, because apparently we're going to need something else, because, yeah, we're still getting one shot, and I'm not even sure that anything in here is going to save us either, but I feel like it's probably worth trying. Okay, so I think I'm more or less done with socketing. So, the chest plate is going to have 35% max HP and physical damage reduction by 27.5. The leggings are going to have 6 armor toughness, which helps with big hits, I think, so that might come in handy. And then do I want to give it armor toughness? It's core armor that we're looking at here. An extra 27.5 physical reduction or extra armor toughness. Alright. Oh wait, no, that one's unique. I can't do another one of those anyways. And I can't do that, so I guess it is going to be you. So we should have like a 55% of damage reduction to any physical hits, as well as armor toughness, a bunch of extra max HP. The boots have a bunch more extra max HP, but we also lose some lifesteal, and they have 15% dodge chance. The helmet, it has a 10% to all stats and 22.5% attack damage. I mean, I could boost that, not with you. An extra 22.5. I think I might just leave that slot open. I have too many options, and some of them are good, some of them aren't. I'm just going to leave all of you like there. I could go with luck, but I also have so much extra luck at this point that I don't think I need it. I also salvaged a couple of things for God-Forged Pearls and then didn't actually use them for anything. But, I think we're good to try again. I don't know how good this is going to go. Oh yeah, also, this happened multiple episodes ago now. I just completely forgot to mention at the time. But we had gotten swabs to get a spawner for slimes and to try and get one for the piglich. But I never actually went over that again. The slime spawner, we created it just fine, using the DNA swab on a chicken and getting the DNA swab for, the feed or whatever it's called for slime DNA. That worked perfectly fine. This thing right here, a DNA swab on a slime, get you a feed it to a chicken, and you get a slime spawn egg. That worked perfectly fine. But when I attempted to do the same thing for a piglich, it failed. I did not get a spawn egg. Because apparently pigliches do not have a spawn egg. I completely forgot that I didn't mention this until I just saw Depeche's latest comments, just posted as I'm in the middle of recording. And it was something about spawners. I have to go back and actually respond to what you said properly in a moment, but it just made me think of it. So, Yeah, apparently we cannot create a spawner that way for a piglet. We're going to have to maybe even go through the Ender IO spawner system. You can get soul vials for them. And I think there might be a couple other options to try. But we can't just do it with apothic spawners, and we do not have the power yet for the hostile neural network. So that's going to have to keep working on it. Anyways, I think we're good to go back and try again. We're now up to a green bar of health. Oh, and that's because we're not actually regened all the way. What is our current max HP? I don't actually know. It looks like it's that. Otherwise, we would have tried regenning a little bit more. But, 1 second. Whoops, sorry about that. Had a sneezing fit come on all of a sudden. Anyways, apparently we can regen more. It was just looking a little bit weird there. But, is that our current max HP? I know we have a healing spell somewhere, so I could create one. I could double check this. But, it looks like that's our current max HP. The pink bar? I could... Let's see. So we have 16 extra hearts there. Totally should go and make the rest of these as much as we can, because I think I can get an extra 4 there pretty much no problem. And then I think I have enough blue hearts. I would just need more of the other stuff, which I might have. I don't know. We can probably... Oh, I must have stepped... No, I didn't step on a rumble trap. Why is that happening? But we probably have enough to make a bunch of extra hearts now. We just haven't made the rest of the charms we're going to need. But looking at that, we have 18 extra hearts just as a baseline with our armor. 18, and then an extra 16 there. So 24 extra hearts. Nope, 34 extra hearts. Yeah, that's pretty good. Apparently my math was off somewheres, or the whole percentage boost we have here on the armor takes effect after the heart containers, so it acts a little bit weird. I don't really know. We just have a lot of hearts now. I don't even know which bar this is. It looks like... I don't remember those colors when looking at previous scaling heart health bar things. Anyways, let's try this one again. Boss music starts. Oh, did I actually block that this time? Aha, I can block it. Oh, or did I hit a dodge chance, maybe? Aw. Okay. So he's trying to hit us with a hurricane, or tornado. Dodge chances, knockback. Okay, this is cool. So we kind of have to use our same tactics we used against the Iron Spells boss in the Nether. Ow, that's so cool. Out of that. Ow, that hurt. This is so cool. We have to be very methodical about how we do this, though. I'm gonna have to rely on Morgan here. There's no way I can win this fight just with our... Ow. Okay. Oh. I more or less dodged into that, but it worked out fine, so I'm not gonna knock it. I don't even know what health bar we're on anymore. Tornado. Okay, we have a lot of lifesteal, so that works out pretty well. Oh, this fight is very cool. Dodge it. This is just another Dark Souls boss. Ow, I did not dodge. I did not block in time. It's a different type of Dark Souls boss. Like, fighting the one in the Nether, the Iron Spells boss, whatever it's called again, something about Flamebringers, like, literally name out of Dark Souls. But, this is fighting, like, a big old monster where that was, like, a humanoid fight. It's a different feel, but it still just is a Dark Souls boss. And our teleport is essentially our dodge roll, and is the only way we're surviving here. Their tornado is so cool. It's a really good thing we have, like, very powerful lifesteal. Otherwise, this would be probably impossible. Oh, and all of our cooldown reductions are saving our lives here, too. Can I manage this without Morgan? I would like to... I'm getting a little bit too reliant on how powerful that sword is, so I would feel more confident if I can win something like this without it. Ow, that hurt. How did I dodge that by running into it? How did that work? Oh, that was cool. Let's turn off the jetpack for a moment, I think. Our power... actually, the power is fine, but I'm kind of curious how this fight would go without it. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Okay, so I'm getting punched. Stuff is happening. Turn back on the jetpack. I'm holding space at points where I just kind of want to press it, but I'm gonna have to deal with that, I think. Aw, that one's doing something. Aw. Teleport through the punch. Okay. I think as long as I don't get hit by the dash attack again, the one that one-shot us immediately, I think we can handle this by doing this. Like, the other attacks don't seem as powerful. Either that or we're... that just socketing all of those gems did a pretty hefty number on our defensive capabilities. Okay, I cannot just get pummeled and be fine, though. That is something to keep track of. Do not stand in front of him, just take it. Also, he does not have a weak point. That is sad. It kind of looked like the gem might be some sort of weak point, but it isn't. Those... I don't want to get hit by whatever those, shulk shots are gonna do. Come on. Come on, we're gonna do this. This is... okay, we're at 7 minutes on this fight, I think. I looked down and it was like 20 when we were coming back into this place. So it's about 7 minutes to get him halfway. Teleport out of that. I cannot just stand there taking it. Oh, the helmet's off. Whoa, we're down into phase 2. Oh, literally an arena change. I feel better now that we have a bit more space on there. Oh, you're so cool. You literally hopped up down onto the little thing and then just hopped down to do a superhero landing. Why do you have to be so cool? What is with all the bosses being awesome besides the Pigglitch? Like, the Pigglitch was just sort of there and eventually he's gonna be cool. This one is just awesome as a baseline, though. Like, 2 out of 3 bosses that weren't the base game bosses have just been awesome. And maybe even that third one that I'm counting as a boss might even be eventually a mini boss, because this thing has so much more health than it does even anyways. Oh yeah, no, I'm completely forgetting to count the Wilden boss too. Yeah, that thing's really cool. Just everything feels like a Dark Souls boss here, and it is really cool. Okay, and I think we can do this without... I feel confident that we can win this fight without Morgan. Oh, that would have been bad. That would have hurt. Like, those socket gems we just put in apparently were super powerful. Okay, we're back up to full. The Ender Guardian's at, like, 3rd. I think I took that hit, but it's fine. I kind of want to stand, like, above it half the time. It's because I can, like, teleport around, dodge the, like, drawing in, just dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Actually, this seems pretty effective. He's gonna keep smacking the ground. I can just keep doing that. Actually, can I out... Okay, our lifesteal isn't that good, where I can just stand there and tank it. I need to actually be a little bit more methodical. Oh, that teleport was, like, perfectly timed. Any later and that would have hurt. Oh, you're so cool jumping up there like that. Are you stuck? Have you gotten stuck? Are you going to... How? Oh, that must have been the 15% dodge chance, because I definitely should have taken that. What? Was that a shulker? Oh, it hit 20%! It hit 20% and we insta-killed it. You know what? That's not how I wanted that fight to end, but I'm fine with it. Because, yeah, that... I don't think it had another phase change from what I read here. I think it was just more or less going to be that until the end. When it reaches half, it will break the floor. It'll send more void runes after you and attack faster and stronger. Thank you for a free music disc. I'm going to assume that's the boss track for it, and thank you for that. And because we beat it, we get the Gauntlet of Guard. When in your main hand, right-click to pull entities. It has a lot of attack damage. And you can't see it through the shield. Take that off. Oh, we basically have a giant cool gauntlet on our shoulder now. Oh, it's so cool. Obsidian trap block. There were traps in here, but I don't know what they were doing. I don't see them activate. Apparently they explode after a time. Anyways, this thing can be powered up into with the soul binding crystal. It can be infused with sandstorm to get a gauntlet of maelstrom, and it can become the gauntlet of bulwark with the bulwark of flame. Do either of you have cool uses? Occultism rituals, not really what we're after. And okay, so they're both used for occultism rituals, but we can just upgrade this thing with either a sandstorm or a bulwark. I'm assuming just better shielding or more offensive capability. Honestly, I'd probably go with the sandstorm for offensive capability, but it also looks really cool and matches the unobtainium armor. Yeah, oh, that was such a cool fight, and it was so worth it. And oh my goodness, we were not prepared for it at first, but now I feel over-prepared. Like, with... Is this thing giving us armor? Oh, just holding it also gives us 3 armor toughness, knockback resistance, and a bunch of other stuff. But without an extra 22% attack damage and an extra 10% to everything on top of that, so another 10% attack damage, 35% max HP, reducing our damage by 55%, armor toughness, a bunch more extra, yeah, we might have over-prepared after that, but it was literally a one-shot. There was nothing I could do. It was just going to keep obliterating us over and over again without some drastic measure. And, yeah, I don't think any of our summons were doing anything in that fight. I didn't get a chance to summon them, but, yeah, our little skeleton friends might have just launched an arrow or two, and they might have made contact and done like 3 out of like 30,000 health. That would have done nothing. That would have been pointless. But that fight is so cool. I kind of want to find another citadel now, but I don't. What's going to be the best way to find another citadel? I was going to say, I don't know if we have time to fight another one, but we can just sort of see how powerful our Morgan really is. We avoided using it through that entire fight, and because of that, that fight took like 10 minutes. How long does it take if we wield a 60-some-odd damage sword that gets boosted by like 500% every once in a while? I really wish to know. It might take me a little while to actually fly somewhere where I can find a different citadel, though. So, search, radius, citadel. Is that actually searching? It's kind of blocked a little bit. Not found citadel? Oh, that's the wrong one. We want the ruined citadel from Cataclysm. Okay, no, that's just going to lead back over to there. I'm going to have to travel pretty far out if I want to find a different one. So, I don't know what this Rayark Creds thing is. I don't think it's supposed to be here. And it isn't. That thing just doesn't... That's... That waypoint doesn't exist. Why is there a waypoint that doesn't exist? What is with this thing? Can I teleport here? Can I just teleport here by doing that? I don't know. I don't think I left anything there. Maybe it is. Rayark Creds. Is it a death marker? No, Waystone? Oh, hold on. Teleport to Waystone. Oh yeah, it is here. It spawned here naturally. I could have just used the spawner to do that instead. But 2,000 blocks, Citadel. Ruined Citadel. Aha, there is another one. It's just off in this direction a ways. I'm curious if this one will bring us to a different location and if it will be closer. Um, it's worth a shot. Can I just break through the roof, or am I really going to have to use the... Nope, I'm going to have to use a thing. Does that work? Yes, it does. Cool. Okay, that is considerably closer. I'll see you over there. Okay, so I found a really cool looking mage tower along the way. It's got like a tree on top of it and everything, along with a warp nexus. You don't have any warp destinations available. Shift left and right click to store. Oh, left shift and right click. The scroll is already bound to a location. Okay, so is this bound to that? And then how do you work? This is bound to that spot right there. Do I have to set this up in a different warp nexus to make it work? I don't know, I have some warp scrolls back home. I just never figured out how to use them, and I don't think I have the torn notebook on me. I guess I'll hold on to that for later use, and I might be able to teleport back here. But I accidentally teleported through a wall at one point, and there definitely is something downstairs, but I don't know if there's a way to actually get to it without breaking through the floor, so I guess we're breaking through the floor. That's the wall. Yeah, here it is. Does this actually have an entrance, or is this... Oh my goodness, that picture is so cute. Snooze Bunkle Gootastic. I want it. It's just a normal painting, isn't it? It's a normal painting, so that's gonna be a pain to get it. Hey, look, a free alteration table. That would have been nice. Hey, look, a free Starbunkle bed. That would have been nice. Hey, look, some mage source berries. I definitely do not need those. Free Arcanist threads. Scryer's Oculus? Scryer's... Give me that back. A Scryer's scroll created by using blank parchment on a scry crystal. Use on a Scryer's crystal to bind the location to this scroll. What are you and what are you used for? If you stare into the eye, the Starbuncle stares back at you. Uses, recipe. Okay, we probably could make one of these right now if we wanted to. I just don't know what it's used for, so I guess I'll hold on to it. Give me you. Ooh, a couple free codex entries. This place is pretty cool. A Frostdia? I have no idea what that is. I've never found one. Toss and Filter Dark. Free source. I'm just taking everything here because everything here is super important. More free codex entries. For Not Self and Ariel. And yeah, just give me the armor and the source gem block. Yeah, this was a really cool find. What are you? Source stone. I mean, I'm gonna take you, because why not? I feel a little bit bad dismantling this place, because it's got a bunch of cool stuff going on. But it feels kind of important to take everything here. There's some pretty rare stuff I've never found or seen before. But it looks like that's it now. I think I'm good to keep going. The Arcanist thread. Why is that the only thing that didn't get automatically put in here? So from here, it's 400 blocks that way. I do have to be careful. I almost ran out of power while over a giant gap, so that would be a bad thing. White diamond. I don't think the black diamond has a use, but maybe the white diamond has something? Nope, it looks like the exact same uses as the black diamond, which is to say kind of nothing interesting for us. Well. Anyways, 300 blocks. Hopefully the jetpack will be fine the rest of the way. Okay, yeah. Okay, it was just one little gap to clear. That is fine. Oh, that's a mine shaft. That could be... that could have some loot in it, but it's probably going to be a lot of the same loot. I'll take ink, because it's rare. Rune stones. That's a new one. I don't think we've seen the Scarf of Invisibility. Let's mark this place as second Citadel. I'll come back and loot it properly at a later point. I don't feel like going through everything just for a couple little odds and ends here and there. But I think I'm just going to see you down at the boss. No, it would be very weird to just leave everything behind. I'll just do it. It's gonna be a little bit annoying. I'm gonna end up having to deal with some inventory stuff, but it would be weird, even weirder to come back at a later point. Oh well, I'll see you in a little bit. I'll clear whatever chest I see. I'm not gonna go out of my way for anything though, probably. And these shulkers are just gonna be a little bit annoying the whole time. Okay, I found it. I cleared a couple of chests along the way. I definitely did not go looking for anything though. I just cleared what I found as I was traveling along. But here we go, the Ender Guardian rematch time. Put this back on, please. If I can press any right button. Okay, so we definitely took that first hit a lot better than we did in our first go around. And yeah. Oh, what did I accidentally activate? Did I accidentally right-click at some point? Oh yeah, I can't shield while using Morgan, that's right. I don't think it's gonna matter much though. Who needs to shield when you could just kill something instead? Let's push it to the phase change. Then we can activate Morgan's special ability to give us a big power boost. So, why? Like Berserker's Rage or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called. But, yeah, the Ender Guardian, it's getting pummeled. Like, if we take a fight seriously, we do not lose. Like, I say that, it's not like I didn't take it seriously the first time. It just insta-murked us, and we did not stand a chance. But, yeah, if we're ever prepared for a fight, it's like Batman. It's like, we're Batman in this situation. With prep time, we can beat anyone. But, there's an extra one of these things. Oh yeah, it's stacking because of the stacking upgrade. Duh. I was gonna ask why it could stack, but it definitely shouldn't. Did it actually take the trap? It did. Honestly, I kind of want to take a bunch of this stuff. Not because I think it has uses, but because I think it's cool. So, I'm probably just going to loot this one a little bit like this. But for right now, I think that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So, we managed to beat it big time. But I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thanks to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you all so much for your extra support. So, for now, for real now, take care, everybody.